Hey, good morning, guys. It is June 5th, and we are still in Hebrews chapter 13. Verse 5 is where we focused our efforts yesterday, where Paul says that God will never leave us nor forsake us. He quotes Deuteronomy and says, "Never will I leave you nor forsake you, never will I forsake you," sorry. And so then we can say with confidence, and this is where Chambers kind of focuses his thoughts this morning. We can say with confidence, "The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me?" And so this whole my say so is built on God's say so. He says this so that I can say this. He says, "I'll never leave you nor forsake you," so that I can say, "What can man do to me? I will not be afraid." And Chambers says here, and I'm thinking about, remind me to come back to his Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah. That's their three names. They're Hebrew names. I like to remember Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And what they say to Nebuchadnezzar is kind of similar to what Paul is saying here in Hebrews 13. He says, "Faith in many a one falters when the apprehensions come. They forget the meaning of God's say-so." So when God says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you," that's not just a promise like we hear from man. That is a promise that you could build a bank on. You can absolutely and definitively say that it will be. And here's the one thing by the way, so not that it will be. When God makes a promise, it's not that it will occur or it will happen. One of the reasons why God, and I think I've addressed this before in a devotional, but one of the reasons why God calls himself the I Am is that when he makes a promise, the promise resides in the past, the present, and the future. It literally encompasses all time. So when God says, he says, I am that I am," he says to Moses, he means not that I was or will be. I am in the past, I am in the present, I am in the future. So when God makes a promise, the promise that he makes is not that something will occur, it's that something is occurring. It is happening. And so not that we can trust that it will happen, but trust that it is happening. And so when he says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you," he's saying, I am not leaving you. I am not forsaking you. In the past, I'm not leaving you or forsaking you. In the future, I'm not leaving you or forsaking, because it's not who I am. The I am is the definition of God. It is, I am someone who doesn't leave or forsake. So in the future, will he leave me or forsake me? That's a dumb question, because that defies the character of the I am. I am someone who doesn't leave nor forsake. Sorry, I think I drilled that long enough. But anyway, the only way, Chambers says here, we forget to take a deep breath spiritually and remind ourselves of who we're talking, or who has made the promise, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." The only way to get the dread taken out of us is to listen to God's say-so. And in all honesty, so Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, who like I said, I like using their Hebrew names versus their Babylonian names. They stood in front of Nebuchadnezzar and they said, "Oh, we will not bow." Sorry, the battery's going dead in my iPad. "We will not bow." And they did it without fear or apprehension, because they said that we know who we serve. The God that we serve is able to deliver us. And even if he doesn't, we still won't bow. We still won't do what you're asking us to do. And I think that that's where we get the point that we need to get to as well, is to remember who God is. It's not that, because then it becomes simple. Once we remember the character of God, not just the promises he made, but the character of God. He is a never forsaking, never leaving God. That's who he is. And so we're never alone, because his character is a never leave you alone character. I don't know if that resonated with you guys like it did with me today. But I would say, when I usually say be encouraged, I really, truly today mean be encouraged that God is the I am, whose promises are forever. His promises are in the past. His promises are in the future. His promises are in the future. Are in the present, are in the future, and so He is never leaving us and never forsaking us. Someone had to hear that today. You guys have a great day.